If you notice a half moon or the letter M etched on the palm of your hand, don't assume it's by chance. It's a warning. Most people ignore the signals their own body tries to send, but according to ancient palmistry, these marks aren't random lines, they're messages. And very often, they come with a high, even dangerous price. So before you dismiss it all as superstition, ask yourself, why do so many cultures agree that this symbol stands for power? And why do some believe it can lead to destruction? The truth is, you will draw in intense energies and enemies. That is the hidden secret behind the M or half moon on your palm. It's not just a pretty pattern or mere coincidence, but a sign deeply rooted in spiritual and esoteric traditions, often seen as a divine mark of leadership, intuition, and influence. In mystical palmistry, these signs are interpreted as evidence that you were born with a special vibration, one capable of capturing attention, shifting environments, and unsettling those who live in fear or mediocrity. You are not ordinary. The universe made that clear by marking you. Yet what almost no one tells you is that this gift has two sides. Because when you enter a room, you don't arrive quietly. You shake the place. Your mere presence challenges people who prefer to hide in the shadows. You rattle the insecure, awaken the asleep, and without saying a single word, you trigger reactions in others: admiration, awe, envy, and even silent hatred. You'll notice some people gravitating toward you almost obsessively, while others withdraw with barely hidden hostility. And the most dangerous will smile into your face while secretly hoping you fall. That's not paranoia, it's polarity. It's what happens when someone carries a magnetic charge that unsettles the energy around them. Your ideas might be met with both applause and resistance. Your growth will come accompanied by whispers, and very often your victories will be shadowed by sabotage. Why? Because those with the M or half moon in their palm carry within them an ancient archetype of power. You reflect what others wish they could be but are too afraid to become. And when you shine, you force them to confront their own shadows. So yes, you will attract success, opportunities, and praise, but you will also attract critics, competitors, and secret enemies who see your light as a direct threat. That doesn't mean you should dim your brightness. On the contrary, it means you need to act with even greater awareness. Protect your energy, choose carefully to whom you reveal your dreams, and learn to discern others' intentions. Not everyone who claps for you is truly celebrating. You'll find many applauding only to see how high you rise before they pull the stool away. This mark on your palm is more than a gift. It's a mission, a calling, and a warning. You weren't born for a quiet life hidden in the crowd. You were created to rise, to lead, and to face the storms that come with that kind of power. Remember, the brighter your flame, the darker the shadows it casts. So walk in your power with confidence, but never forget that the very energy that attracts greatness also awakens resistance. That is the price of being marked. You were chosen to live through profound tests. If there's an M or a half moon on your palm, understand this: you didn't come into the world for a comfortable path. You came for elevation. These marks aren't lucky charms. They are spiritual contracts inscribed on your body to remind you that your soul agreed to a journey far beyond the ordinary. Those who bear this sign often live lives of extremes, periods of extraordinary success that feel like divine favor, followed by sudden falls that shake them to their core. You might experience a rapid ascent, a time when everything you touch seems to turn to gold, only to face an unexpected betrayal, a collapse, or a loss that tests your faith, your resilience, and your very sense of identity. But this is not punishment. It's refinement. The universe isn't trying to destroy you. It's working to forge something indestructible within you. You're being prepared for a higher purpose, and the only way to carry that kind of divine weight is to be refined. Observe your life carefully, and you'll notice a pattern. Just when things begin to stabilize, something changes. Someone leaves, an opportunity vanishes, a foundation cracks. Why? Because your path isn't about comfort, it's about transformation. You're not here to settle, you're here to evolve. And evolution is rarely gentle. It demands discomfort, sacrifice, and confronting parts of yourself that most people spend their entire lives avoiding. There will be moments of deep isolation when those you once loved drift away. Not because you did something wrong, but because their role in your story has ended. You may endure times when all that's external is stripped away so that what's inside can awaken. Moments when the only thing left is your faith, your vision, and your will to rise. And in those moments, you will discover your true power. The M, or half moon, is not a promise of a smooth journey. It's a sign that your path will be legendary, but only if you earn it. The emotional and spiritual trials you face are not random. They are tailor-made for your soul's curriculum. They exist to break what is false and strengthen what is genuine. Each betrayal teaches you discernment. Each loss deepens your gratitude. Each setback bolsters your comeback. You weren't chosen for an easy life. You were chosen for a meaningful one, and that meaning arises through contrast. Joy and pain, love and loss, clarity and confusion. You're the kind of person who learns not just by reading or listening, but by fully experiencing life, the beautiful and the painful. So when trials come, do not curse the fire, embrace it. Because if you have been marked by the universe, it's not because you are fragile, it's because you are capable of becoming something rare. Let the challenges come. Let the pressure mount. Let the world try to shake you. Because in the end, you will not only survive, you will emerge unbreakable. And that is exactly what you were born for. You possess a rare intuition that cannot be ignored. If the M or half moon graces your palm, that's not a mere coincidence. It's a sacred sign that your inner compass was designed with advanced wiring. People like you don't just think. You feel the truth before it reveals itself. You sense motives before they're spoken, anticipate events, read energies, and receive inner nudges that seem to come from nowhere, yet almost always prove to be accurate. This gift is not imagination. It's insight, and it was given to you for a reason. But here lies the danger. When you doubt it, when you rationalize it away, when you silence that still small voice within, chaos follows. You'll notice that your most painful decisions, your deepest regrets, and your most toxic relationships all stemmed from ignoring your intuition. You knew something was off, but you overrode it with logic, people-pleasing, or fear. And each time you did, you paid a price. That's because this kind of intuition isn't optional for you. It's part of your soul contract. It's the tool you were given to navigate a path that others cannot see. And when you try living like everybody else, overthinking, second-guessing, outsourcing your truth to others, your life spirals into confusion and misalignment. But the moment you trust it, something incredible happens. Doors open, the right people appear, timing aligns, and opportunities flow like water. You begin to feel like you're exactly where you're meant to be, doing exactly what you came here to do, because you are. The universe speaks to you in whispers, symbols, gut feelings, dreams, and subtle shifts of energy. And once you learn to tune in rather than tune out, your life becomes a guided journey instead of a guessing game. That inner radar doesn't just keep you safe, it shows you where the gold is buried, where your own value lies. It points out the path, the people, and the purpose aligned with your highest good. But it demands boldness. You have to be willing to say no to what looks good in favor of what feels right. You must walk away from people who do not sit well with your spirit, even if on paper they check all the boxes. You have to make decisions that may not make sense to others, but feel undeniably true in your bones. That's how your intuition works. It doesn't shout, it whispers, and when you listen, you move faster, stronger, and with greater clarity. So if you carry this sign, know this. Your intuition is not just a feeling, it's your superpower. Ignoring it is like walking through life blindfolded while holding a flashlight in your hand. Trust your gift, sharpen it, protect it, and above all, follow it. Because the life you're meant to live is not built by logic, it's built by alignment. And alignment begins the moment you stop doubting your inner voice and start honoring it as divine truth. You were meant to break cycles, not repeat them. And if the mark of a half moon or M rests on your palm, you were never meant to live a life of quiet repetition or inherited limitation. You are not here to fit into the mold your ancestors were forced into. You are here to shatter it. That marking is not ornamental. It is spiritual evidence that your soul entered this life with a mission to confront, question, challenge systems, and heal wounds that no one else had the courage to face. The trauma that runs through your family ends with you. Silence, denial, patterns of abuse, neglect, scarcity, or emotional disconnection stop with you. But breaking cycles is not glamorous work. It is often lonely, painful, and misunderstood. You will be seen as the rebel, the outsider, the overly sensitive, the too intense, or the one who always asks too many questions. That's because your very existence threatens the status quo. But don't let that scare you. Let it awaken you. You are chosen to disrupt, not to destroy, but to rebuild something better in its place. You are the one who transforms inherited pain into purpose, who turns wounds into wisdom, who carries the torch of healing into the future. Yes, you will feel the burden at times, carrying the weight of what came before you and what must be done. But that weight is not meant to break you, it is meant to build you into someone unstoppable. And once you embrace your role, you'll find your life begins to align in ways that defy logic. The right people will find you, the right path will unfold, and most importantly, the generations that follow will breathe easier because of the battles you chose to fight. So stop trying to blend in, stop shrinking to fit into broken systems, and stop apologizing for the fire in your spirit. You weren't born to repeat the past. You were born to transform it. This is your mission. This is your power. And the mark on your palm is proof of it. You will be forced to choose power or peace. And that is the silent crossroads. Every person marked with an M or half moon on their palm eventually faces, whether they realize it or not. At first, your path may feel electrifying, almost as if fate is pushing you forward with divine momentum. Opportunities appear out of nowhere. People seek your presence, and your influence expands before you even try. You find yourself in positions of authority, power, or visibility, sometimes before you feel ready. But as your light grows, so does the weight of what you carry. You begin to understand that power isn't just about impact. It's about sacrifice. It's a spiritual toll that comes with being seen, heard, and followed. And suddenly, you stand at a dangerous crossroads, caught between two roads, one that leads to influence and impact, and another that promises peace, privacy, and self-preservation. On one side, you're pushed into the spotlight, where every word and action is scrutinized, where expectations rise with every success, and where the pressure never truly ends. On the other, you feel the urge to disappear, to withdraw, to protect your heart from the burnout and complexity that power always brings. Many who bear this mark get lost here, not because they're weak, but because no one ever warned them that the gift of influence has a spiritual cost. The cost of having your boundaries constantly tested, the cost of being misunderstood, envied, or attacked, the cost of carrying other people's projections and hopes while trying to hold on to your own identity. And if you don't consciously understand your mission, the world will decide for you, and it will almost always choose exploitation. You'll be pushed into roles that drain you, used for your energy, praised for your talents, yet overlooked as a human being. The power you were given can easily turn against you if it isn't rooted in clarity and purpose. But when you know why you were given that power, when you understand that your influence isn't about ego, but about service, you gain the ability to walk both paths. You stop seeing power and peace as opposites and begin to realize they can coexist if you lead from within. You learn to use your voice wisely, protect your energy fiercely, and align every action with your soul's deeper purpose. This is not an easy path, but it is a sacred one. And the mark on your palm is a reminder that you were never meant to live a common life. You were meant to carry light and to protect it. So choose wisely. Don't chase power blindly. Don't seek peace out of fear. Stand at that crossroads with wisdom and make your decision not from pressure, but from purpose. Because once you align your influence with your inner truth, no force on earth can knock you off your path.